Well, hello everyone. It is Karen Ann Harlos with you for another episode of Jurassic Dictionary, where we examine a dying, dead, or just plain interesting, unusual word about every other week or so, though it's been a bit of a longer break than normal. And even better for these words if there is some cool historical spin. Now, I'm much more known for my political commentary, but my lost calling is definitely history. So the word for today, which was suggested to me by a listener, so please feel free to suggest words to me, is Snollgaster. And boy, is that word timely. This word is still, albeit rarely, in use today. It looks like in my research that it typically occurs fewer than 0.01 times per million words in modern written English. And it is used particularly with politics, so that's right in my wheelhouse. And it is informally used as meaning a shrewd, unprincipled person, especially a politician. One might even say a Machiavellian. If you know, you know. It originates around 1846 in Frankfort, Kentucky. Snollgaster is another form of this word, but that one is of uncertain origin. So the difference there is Snollgaster versus Snollgaster. I don't think anyone's going to correct you if you use one rather than the other. And Snollgaster is from about 1895, while the Snollgaster version was around 1846. So a Georgia editor kindly explained that a Snollgaster is a fellow who wants office regardless of party, platform, or principles, and who, whenever he wins, gets there by sheer force of monumental technofical assumnancy. I love that phrase, technofical assumnancy. So this comes from the Columbus, Ohio Dispatch, I believe in 1928. And in 1953, former President Truman may have been making a technofical, is that the way you pronounce it? Technofical assumnancy when he said, a Snollgaster is what Southerners call a man born out of wedlock. Interesting. That comes from the Cavalier Daily out of the University of Virginia. And that's about it. This was a short one. I hope you enjoyed it, but that is a word you can definitely use. A Snollgaster. I think two Snollgasters probably proper as well, and Snollgastering and Snollgasterific, however you want to use it, because English is just wonderful like that. So if you like what I'm doing, will you please consider subscribing to my other channels, my main one, Pink Flame of Liberty, where I discuss politics and sometimes political history, a lot of Snollgasters from a radical libertarian perspective, and also Pink Parliamentarian. Yes, I know I don't look the part, but I am a registered parliamentarian for hire, and I give regular tips and hints on Robert's Rules of Order. It's usually on the opposite week of this show. So if you subscribe both to this show and that one, you have something to catch from me each week. And Pink Flame of Liberty runs much more often and is usually live shows rather than pre-recorded. So until next time, please have fun with language and paint yourself a descriptive world. Have a good one.